We are joined now by one of our clients. And so if you could tell us your first name, where you live, and what you do for a living to kick us off.
Well, thank you. My name is Dr. Charlotte Carter. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I am so excited to be here.
So excited for you and for you to be here. And Dr. Charlotte, can you tell us what you do for a living, kind of what your profession has been?
Well, I've done it quite a bit. I have 33 years of IT experience. I also recently in 2020 got my doctorate in education.
Woo.
I have been in the education industry for over 11 years. I also was over a project management office for 4 years. And then my last job was a COO position for a charter school.
Love it. COO, Dr. Charlotte, all the accolades, all the awards. We need like those little lapel things.
PMP, project management professional.
That's right. Also that newest one.
And MBA. Okay.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So, and soon to be moving, which we'll get to in a minute, which we're so excited about. And so can you tell us maybe just a little bit about where you were in your career search that made you think that you needed some help?
Yeah. Well, back in October, probably about almost 6 months ago, I really was having some severe health issues, stress. I mean, although I was looking, it was very difficult for me to do it on my own, partly because my personal energy was low and my confidence was low.
Mhm.
I had some people that were working with me as far as recruiters. And so I had a few interviews, but I just did not have the pizzazz. And I felt like knowing in this new environment of looking for a job that I had a clue on what structure should be in place to do so.
Mhm.
And so that's when I said, okay, I seek help and a lifelong learner in other things. Why not be a lifelong learner in my career?
Love that. I love that. And you are the perfect living proof of learning and investing in yourself and making things happen for yourself. So very proud of you in all fronts, not just of the work that we did together, but just you as a human. So, okay, Dr. Charlotte, when you were then, you realized you needed some help and you were out there looking for that help. What were some of the things that were really important to you in terms of finding a partnership or a program?
Well, first of all, fit is everything. And I wanted somewhere where I felt like I could be my authentic self, but someplace that's effective. One thing that I really like about Career Amp when I heard about it is that it had proven results because at the end of the day, I need a job.
Yeah.
And so I was looking for some place that not only talked the talk, but could walk the walk. And it was interesting to me that AJ proclaimed that if you could have a job in 3 to 4 months. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I can do that. I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
So it really met my needs as far as that. And I really liked AJ's energy. He was a person that seemed so likable and but had a lot of historical knowledge and things that I felt like he could use from his other companies that he's worked for. And then I saw some nice things that he's been on TV talking about. And so I felt like he had the expertise that I needed and somebody I could glean from.
Oh, thank you. I love that. And yeah, that whole piece, even when I'm out there looking for help, all of those things are important to me too. So that resonates for sure. Okay. So then you hopped inside Career Amp, you joined. And what would you say was like the first thing that you noticed in terms of maybe a small win where you were like, oh, we're onto something here?
Well, I really enjoyed the training that was already pre-recorded and part of I'm a structured person.
Mm,
And so, it said you need to do week 1 and week 2 and kind of had an outline and what that looked like and a timeline. For a project manager by profession, that's like I dig that, which that's an old term, but it means I really liked it for those.
I use that all the time. So from the same.
So I really like that. And one of the highlights is when I did get an opportunity to meet with AJ himself and really dissect what it is that I felt is important, which I was totally surprised, that
Mm,
money wasn't the top of the list, which I had
mhm.
said toward the end of my career that I was going to go for the highest paying job. But that was last on my list. So really having someone else to walk me through a process, a survey, and ask questions in
Mhm.
which we could identify what's important. I really
Yes.
love that.
Yes, the what and why. I love that. And it's cool to do that. And for those watching, this is we call this the good options rubric, and we do this one-on-one with you to really help determine what's important to you, but also where does it rank. We have a unique method in which to do so. And you're right, when we have that list of things and then we can see like the stack rank of how that goes, very the maths, right? So, and it gets us to a place where we feel comfortable then eventually when we have an offer in front of us making a decision because we're not being wooed by the offer that's in front of us. We're being wooed by the original intent that we had setting out from the get-go. So love that. Okay. And then anything else, any like favorite parts or anything else you wanted to call out about the Korean program that were wins or hits for you?
It was so many. I mean, I don't want to choose it, but I will highlight. Although I at first didn't, I was a little, wanting to just ease into side dooring. I found some great benefits to side dooring, I see, even from a psychological point of view, the more that you practice and talk to people you don't know, that's going to even
Mm,
help the interview process. So I
mhm,
did figure that out, even though you
mhm,
didn't tell me.
mhm,
But I met some wonderful people, and it made perfect sense from a project management perspective. What project do you ever go on and you don't do requirements gathering? So I'm like, why didn't I think of this? And so I thought it made so much sense to explore
mhm,
and research and
mhm,
then come back with that information. And then that's part of the specifications that you use. And
mhm.
my project was me.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I love that. Yes, side door. It's simple concept, but once you see the mechanics behind it, it's like, oh, that's simple and it works. And why didn't I think of this? And then it just snowballs right for the rest of your career. So that's awesome. Okay, last question here, Dr. Charlotte. If you were talking to somebody, or if somebody's watching this and they are on the fence on whether or not they want to join Career Amp, what would you tell them and why?
First of all, you must invest in yourself.
Mm,
We all have to be lifelong learners. If you are struggling, don't think about the cost. Think about what it is that you need that's going to
mhm,
make you a better person. I
mhm,
took that leap of faith. I totally and completely recommend the Career Amp. And not only the professionals that are leading this effort, but the community.
mm,
I'm telling you, these calls, and sometimes you have to tell me to stop talking, but I would get so excited about these wins, and you hear other people's wins. It's so uplifting. It gives you ideas. You have these resources at your fingertips because, as we know, our global community is changing all the time.
mm,
Trends are happening. So, to be around people that are looking at those things, that have experience in those things, and
mm.
people just like yourself that's seeking a great opportunity, we can correspond with them. I think I'm going to have some people that I'll be corresponding with long after this is happening. In fact, I do have a call set up with one of the people that I met through this program, and she's like, "Dr. Charlotte, I want to hear all the details. I need to
Yeah.
know what's going on with you and how it's happening." And maybe if AJ lets me, I'll come every now and then and just show my face in place and
A thousand
just
percent.
learn more about what's going on.
1,000%. You are always welcome. All of that just brought lots of goosebumps to my arm. I'm just so honored that I had the opportunity to meet you. I'm so stoked for you. I dig your new opportunity that you're going to be doing, and moving to a really new cool place. I don't know if you feel like you want to share kind of what your big new news is.
Sure. I'm so happy to share. AJ in one of my coaching calls, because I wanted to regroup and just, make sure we're on the right path. And he encouraged me to apply for a job that at the time we were looking at it as a TPD, a temporary productive discomfort
Yes.
situation. And I applied for the job. And lo and behold, it's my dream job. I mean, the job has changed for me.
Mm,
After they met me and understood who I was, and they gave me the offer and see that, and we negotiated.
hmm.
This job is basically, I won't give all the specifics, but what
Sure.
I will say, it's in a school system, which is people I love, kiddos that, not responsible for themselves, but being able to get back, but over a $500 million bond. That's amazing.
Incredible.
It's totally amazing for someone that looks like me to have that
Mm,
opportunity. And it originally was an individual contributor position, but they have changed it since hiring me. And now I'm going to have at least 4 to 5 staff members that I get to pick.
yes.
This would not have been possible
Mm,
without career. I'm confident that I wouldn't have had this opportunity. I wouldn't have had the drive. I wouldn't have had the confidence. And
mm.
I've practiced many times with the amazing people there, interviews and prepping. And so make no mistake, they're genuine. And these are people you want to do business with and
Oh,
then have them as friends.
that's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Charlotte. You are definitely a friend of mine, and I just can't wait to keep in touch with you. And you're of course always welcome in the group coaching calls. But congratulations again to you. Just could not be more thrilled.